You know, if there's anything I've learned in the time that I've been learning about how games are made, is that game design is hard. It's something that just cannot be taught that easily unless you have access to a huge industry veteran as a mentor. But even as a super enthusiastic player that's trying to be a game dev, there are so many aspects of design that can influence the experience, and can you confidently say that you would understand them all? Nothing exemplifies this idea to me more than a small little indie game called Lethal Company. A horror game or perfectly timed comedy?
Something different. You sons of bitches! Oh god, there's by the losers.
Oh,
Hey,
Galdar!
this? I take this.
Oh god.
Really?
Oh, no!
You want the apparatus?
Get down here!
Oh, he's got a possible dog. Ouch!
Both.
Yep, done.
You guys fucking abandoned me, goddammit. To anyone not familiar with Lethal Company, it probably looks like your average game of the week that's popular around streamers and will just vanish from your feed after a few months.
HQ, over. Copy that, over.
But I'd argue Lethal Company has a bit of a secret sauce that makes it seem so obvious when you see it, but there are a rare amount of games that do it this well.
Look down there.
Yeah,
There.
I see it.
Stupid. Yeah, look how dumb it is. Doesn't know what we're saying either. So he's so far away, he'll never know what we're saying. That's crazy.
The game itself is simple enough in concept. You work as a crew member for The Company, a faceless organization that resides in a big spooky building that tasks you to salvage items and scrap from various moons that your ship is able to take you to. So you, and hopefully a few of your friends, go into these randomly generated facilities and try to get as much salvage as possible to meet your quota before the deadline. My biggest... With hopefully all of your life still intact, as these moons are inhabited by various dangerous entities and defensive systems that will either inconvenience you or absolutely terrify you.
You can get past it, over. Well done, over. Dude, that thing charged you the second you walked out that door.
Okay, but why did I start this video by talking about game design? Well, because there are a few things about this game that encourage people to interact with this game in a few different ways. And that's the quota, the monsters, and the time limit. It's simple, you just have to sell items to meet your quota after all, so just head inside and grab stuff to meet it, and there you go. Sure, that may work the first few times, but every time you meet your quota, you just get a higher one after that, and then a higher one, and then a higher one. And then it becomes this never-ending chase for performing well, which for real life is super depressing since that's how most businesses operate, but for a game like Lethal Company, it's just enough motivation to keep you going back into these facilities and facing certain death. Hell, you'd sacrifice your own friends if it meant that you got to meet your quota. I will...
Well, let's do the funny bit. Ooh.
He's gonna get me killed. He's gonna get me killed at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, 105, dude. Damn.
Playing with fire right there.
Nothing is too precious to lose if it means you get to make quota.
Oh, look where this is going.
Yeah, I know you really want to.
It's so tempting.
I know.
Do it outside.
Ooh, so scary. Sorry, man.
Though try not to get too trigger happy with eliminating your own friends, because if all of you die, then you lose everything you haven't sold yet. The higher your quota or the higher your stockpile of items you have, it becomes more of a risk to keep entering these facilities and having your entire crew die a horrible death. The quota and how it affects the game on its own forces the player to interact with the game entirely in its favor. Yeah, you can try and cheese it all you want, but you still inevitably have to go back into a facility again. It doesn't matter if you can stockpile items to continue meeting quota, because there's more and more stuff that will try to kill you the longer you go. Honestly, I describe the monsters to you, but I think it's better to experience some of them for yourself. The fuck was that?
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box, my friend.
Play this music now. You gotta kill me.
The monsters in Lethal Company are definitely another aspect that keeps you engaging with the game. What makes the monsters work is that not all of them are just obstacles in your way. You can actually fight some of them if you know how, but it's the fact that you can end up having to deal with multiple of them at once while trying to coordinate with your team to try and avoid them all that makes this work so well. And because you have to make quota, you have to keep dealing with them. There's no way to fully avoid it.
We have 3 on us.
Keep going to that stairwell. It's the entrance.
I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
it's right here. It's right here. There are dogs outside, by the way. Watch the landmine. Watch the landmine. Watch the landmine.
Yep.
Yep, watch the landmine.
Are you guys watching? Hello? Guys? I don't know if you know this, but I don't do well with scary games. So sometimes for a lot of these games, I don't feel encouraged to continue with the experience because I don't like being scared. So there's moments where I'm just sitting there not interacting with the game, trying to avoid ever having to deal with it in the first place. But not only does the quota push me to keep going, the time limit makes sure that I don't get to sit around. There's 2 time limits in Lethal Company. One for meeting the deadline of the quota, and the other is for the actual time limit that your ship gets to stay around. So if you take too long getting back to your ship for one reason or another, it can just leave without you, meaning that you die instantly. And all these things in tandem are what make the player experience of Lethal Company so great to engage with. But what if I told you there's something even better that makes this entire gameplay experience that much more enjoyable? Because funny enough, the monsters and horror elements on their own don't actually carry this game, not by a long shot. But what actually carries this game is the sound design. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. Sound and horror go together like peanut butter and jelly. If you don't have amazing sound, you're just not going to sell your horror well. A lot of games make use of the very atmospheric soundscapes to really enhance the feel of their game. Lethal Company is no exception to that. However, what Lethal Company does a step further is appropriate use of spatialized audio, which is the way audio is positioned to give a sense of space within an area or a room.
Yeah, I'm taking what notes that I can.
Bracken, go back.
Who's that? Is it Bracken? No?
I ain't
Is that
The fuck was that?
That was a door.
talking about
It's fucking loud ass door. God damn.
Oh,
It's hard for me to describe it all in a way that gives it justice, but you can just hear it for yourself and you can immediately tell what I mean.
look at that. That's not good.
Oh, that's not looking good. That's a problem. That's yeah.
I think I could take it.
For most games, that's where this would end, but Lethal Company goes ahead and makes the in-game chat also be affected in various ways. This is why it's super important to play the game with in-game voice chat only. No Discord allowed.
Well, now I can't.
You need to just go through. Do you think if both of them touch, they could turn into one giant slab? You're live? I go.
Okay. I go.
Because the way the in-game voice can be manipulated helps sell this game more than anything else. And it's more than just hearing your friend's voices cut off while you're with them just a second ago.
Have a weapon.
I don't know what to do.
Wait, it's called half? Oh.
Oh,
Mango, do not turn around. Oh.
But it's stuff like having a face hugger on you, making your voice all muffled as it chokes you out.
I don't like this door. I don't like this door. I don't like this door.
What do you mean?
With the crouch.
What is going on?
Or the sound of gurgling if you end up drowning in mud.
Somebody take a stun grenade again.
Even the radio, when you listen to it, it's not just the person's voice on the other end. You can hear everything around them, like footsteps and even monsters.
That did great last
He's dead.
Copy that, over.
There's just so many audio effects that make this game both terrifying and absolutely hilarious at the same time. The whole gamers becoming professional voice actors thing is absolutely correct, because this game basically does a lot of the heavy lifting to make it sound super authentic and actually scary at points. This is a design choice that sets this game apart, and yet it seems so obvious. Messing with players' voices so that it reflects where they are in the game and what's happening to them, it sounds so basic until you see it in action. Yet not many games have something exactly like this. Lethal Company has shown that every aspect of a game, even the voice chat, can make the experience that much better. If the voice chat was just basic, no different than Discord, no proximity or anything fancy, this game would have probably lasted a month at best and people would have moved on. Cause yes, the game is actually pretty janky and the AI can be broken and unfair at times. And the game lacks a little bit of variety, but it's the potential for perfect timing scenarios that keep people coming back for more. This game can go from the most hilarious thing you've ever played to the most terrifying, and it just balances both of those so well that even after you figure out how the AI works, the game can still surprise you with insane clippable moments. Everybody dancing, looking at the fucking ring fights.
Rule 1 of Fight Club.
Yeah, this game is an absolute clip generator in the best possible way. Ever since this game came out, most of the Discords I hang out in have just flooded channels with clips of this game. And that's ultimately why I started this video the way I did. Game design is very hard. A lot of elements you add into a game can drastically change the experience for a player. Something as basic as voice chat can completely change how a game is played, and the effort that can go into these systems may sometimes not even be worth it to some developers for what little gain they might get. But sometimes games like this come along and prove that these sometimes small or insignificant decisions can completely make or break the overall experience of your game. This was made by one guy, by the way, but the dude's been making stuff for a long time. A lot of small little games or lots of trial and error of ideas that may or may not have worked in the end. It's not easy to teach people how to make games. You just kind of have to start making them, and you'll quickly find out how true that statement is. Because a lot of what makes a game is more than just the main mechanics or the gameplay loop or a damn battle pass. It's those little touches that make the game stand out from the others. And I hope more games learn something from Lethal Company and start incorporating some of these ideas into their games. And it's not like this game is stopping either. The dev's going to continue supporting it with new monsters and new areas, so I look forward to see what they come up with. And if he doesn't do it, the modding community sure as hell might, because they are doing some...
I hate these people, man. I fucking hate them. haven't even been a friend group with that for over like 5 years. Like, holy shit.
Join us, Joe. Join us.
No.
It's just wonderful stuff. Now, personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a reimagining of that one enemy from Black Ops Zombies on Moon, where he just grabs you and he just teleports you somewhere inside the facility. I feel like there's enough instant kill monsters, so having one that just forces you to split up from the rest of your friends, I think would be a great addition, especially if you make it so people's voices fade out as they get teleported. Yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, that's all from me. Please like the video if you can, and until next time, I've been Sean, and I got a quota to meet. Have a good one.